Welcome to the Intuitive Pathfinders podcast with Astrologer Dawn and Catherine Yunt. As Intuitive Pathfinders, we are serving those on their soul's evolutionary journey. If you want to discover how to access your own intuition, keep listening.
Intuitively discovering your path allows you to live the future of your choice.
Welcome to Intuitive Pathfinders Introductory Podcast, Part 2. Don't you like that?
Yes, I'm excited we got to part 2.
I'm excited we got to Part 2 as well, especially this is the fourth time that we have recorded it. And as intuitive people, we ought to have known that was going to happen. Don't you hate it when people say that? How come we didn't know that?
Well, because we disregarded Mercury retrograde.
Yes, we weren't watching the astrology so much when it comes to the recording. Now, if you're listening to the second part and you haven't listened to the first part, please go back and listen to the first part. In the first part, you will hear some information about what intuition is, as well as introductions for both Catherine Yunt and Astrologer Dawn. You will also hear what it is not. And also we started talking about what stops us from hearing, listening, and acting upon our intuition. And in this podcast, what we're going to talk about is what we can do to access that intuition.
How do you tune into it?
Exactly, because that's yes, we know that some of you don't listen to it, just as sometimes we don't listen to it either. Nobody's perfect.
And then we're going to talk about the other end of the spectrum. What if you have too much of it and you're overwhelmed, you can't shut it off?
And then we're also going to be talking about giving some samples of different topics that we're going to be talking about in our upcoming half-hour podcasts. And don't forget that there is a 1-hour free live podcast on Google Hangouts on the first Wednesday of each month at noon Arizona time. We say noon Arizona time. To listen to this entire episode, visit intuitivepathfinders.com.